Okay, I think everything's working. I'm just going to wait until it starts here. I'll pause that. Okay, so we're looking at Reason 13. It comes out tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm going to upgrade this right away. And there are a few reasons for that. I'm actually looking forward to a bunch of stuff. You might have seen my video earlier about it. And there are a bunch of things that I am looking forward to, but I don't know if it's a go right away. And a bunch of stuff. Okay, you might have seen my. There we go. So, what I want to do is have a quick look. And yeah, you're probably thinking he's very orangey today. I got this for my niece. Funkle, like a dad, only cooler. See, also handsome and exceptional. So, yeah. And, okay, where are we here? So I noticed something interesting. I looked at this last time. I'm not going to go through it all again, but I noticed something interesting here today. If we look at the synth here, if you click on it, it'll show you the back, like what's on the back, the same way as when you hit tab in Reason, you end up seeing the back. So that was sort of interesting to see. And okay, yeah, so that's what I wanted to do. I want to do this, and we'll open it in a new tab just so we can see it bigger. I just wanted to see if there's anything surprising in here. The shape for the oscillators, the oscillator mix and morph. That's sort of interesting because you could use another device. I don't know if you know a little bit about the Polytone synth, but it's basically two synths in one. And the same way, like on a normal synth, you'll have. So I'm hoping. Okay, yeah, the audio seems to be going. I don't hear anything in my headphones. That's why. On most synths will have a few different oscillators. This one's got a few different oscillators in it. Let's go back here. And like it runs as a normal synth, and then you've got the B, which will turn this red and have a whole new synth with a bunch of oscillators again. And you can morph with this button here in between the two. So it's sort of like taking two synths and throwing a DJ mixer in between and using the crossfade to go between. That's sort of the idea behind it. So it's interesting that you could use the CV in to use control voltage from another device and have that go between the two. It could give you some interesting effects, but there's nothing really surprising here. I just want to see, does this one have it too? Oh yeah. This one seems like it's got a little bit more delay time. So all the CV inputs and outputs. External feedback loop. What is that? Okay. So anyways, I thought that was interesting. I didn't notice that last time. I was just looking at the front of these devices. These, no, they don't have it. And I saw a video from Reason Studios the other day about these three. And I'm sort of looking forward to some parts. There are a couple of things in each of these devices that I didn't notice that much in the gain tool that I can remember. But in these two specifically, the sidechain, one thing I noticed that was interesting. I don't need these. One thing that I noticed that was interesting in the sidechain tool is that you can have it have a pattern just normally, like Pump or Nicky Romero, the Kickstart plugin, and you can also have the audio input. But one thing I noticed, I don't think it'll be. Oh yeah, you might be able to see it here. Let's see if we can. But one thing I noticed here is there's some sort of a MIDI trigger in it. So you can use, which is really nice, because one thing people do with sidechain a lot of the time, and from what I understand about this, is you're able to use it this way: is if you use a sidechain, a normal sidechain with a compressor, you'll have the kick drum. A lot of the time, you'll sidechain to the kick drum. So when the kick drum hits, everything goes down. One of the problems with that is if you have a long kick drum, it can cause some issues where it's moving stuff out of the way a little bit too long, and you got to play around with the settings. So what a lot of people will do is they'll create a click track, which is just basically the attack from a kick drum, just the very, very the little tick right at the beginning, and use that as the side chain. So you basically have to do it twice, but you're doing that with the kick drum. This one seems to be able to take the MIDI from those notes. So instead of having to find a kick or whichever sound you're using, and then bring it down and do all that, you can just trigger it with a MIDI note. So every time you hit a MIDI note, it would duck down. From what I understand, that's an interesting thing about this. The one thing I noticed about this one here, the stereo tool, is I'm wondering if we can zoom that way. There we go. Is something about stereo widening. And if you've ever heard of the Haas effect, it sounds so good. So basically what you do is you take a signal and you would put a signal from, I haven't set it up in a while because of the phasing issues I'm about to tell you about, but you'll take the signal, you'll put it on the left, and then you'll put a delay on the right at like 19 milliseconds, or like very, very, very short delay. And what you'll end up having is it'll just sound way wider because you've got your sound twice, just offset a little bit. But the problem with it is it takes a lot of work to get it sounding well in mono, so it's mono compatible. And for some styles of music, it's not as important, maybe. For house music, there are still a lot of clubs that will use a mono system, and there are other reasons too where that's important. But so that sort of messes with it, and I hate having to go back and forth. They say that this stereo tool, and that's a problem with a lot of the widening effects too, is they'll take your signal, split it up, and pan it a whole bunch of different spots. But when you listen to it in mono, it just doesn't sound right, or it sounds really, really far in the mix because, it doesn't work. So, well, it works, but it doesn't always sound great. They say that the way they've done it on here, I think they said they use a whole bunch of comb filtering effects or whatever. I don't know what goes on behind it, but basically they say that it should not cause phasing issues. And you do have a little mono compatible button here. So it's sort of nice to have that where you can check the mono back and forth and just make sure that it does sound good. But apparently it shouldn't have mono compatibility issues. So we'll have to see when that comes out. And yeah, I know there's a beta, and I know I could have gone into the beta, but I never, and you might have noticed that from earlier stuff when Ableton released their last update, and I never like getting the preview before it comes out. I don't know. I like the excitement of that day when it comes out and using it then. And I also like, I guess, the fact that when I'm paying for it is when I start to use it, because a lot of the time, you start to use it and then you get used to it. So you're like, okay, I have to upgrade this thing. And then you upgrade it. And so you're paying to keep it, but you're not getting any surprise when you're paying for it. You're basically paying later for something that you've been using for a while. So I don't know. It's just a mental. It's just the mental reasoning that goes through this purchase. But anyways, So I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm going to get this thing. I know I will get it eventually, and hopefully it goes on sale at some point or something. But it's the first time, I think, that I'm not like jumping on it the first day. but like I said, I am excited about a bunch of these things, like the space delay. One of the things that I mentioned in the video that I did about what I'm excited about this is this section here. Okay, let's open it. This section here, I really like having that built in. So you've got the bit crushing and stuff built into the delay. So that's sort of nice that you can, I guess, you basically have an effects chain built into the delay. Like this can be done. Like you could do it with whichever delay in here. I might do that now just out of curiosity. So if we went to effects, let's just do, what is it? The echo. It always takes me forever to find stuff in here. All right, the echo. So actually, no, what I'll do is, yeah. Anyways, what I would want to do is put the echo on one of these effects returns. So can we do, am I able to bring that right in here? No. So yeah, what you would do is put the echo into one of these effects returns, and then you could have a chain in there where you're working with the signal. So that's sort of, it's just sort of nice that in this case it's built in. But what I would do to replicate this is I would take the echo and then I might throw this retro transformer on, which would sound good. Not on the echo, but so I just did the echo. Yeah, retro transformer. There we go. Instead of this one. And then what else was on here? Yeah, there's a delay. There's a reverb. It is a delay. The wobbler. Like really, I could probably replicate pretty closely some of the sounds that this is going to make, but it would take 6 or 7 plugins, which takes a while. So it's sort of nice. And I know their whole emphasis lately is on this update is to work faster and stuff. So yeah, so that'll be interesting to see. And okay, so let me know what you think about that's the first thing a lot of people mention. But then again, I'm noticing that like no matter which DAW does an update, apart from FL Studio, I guess with that one you pay. I haven't used it in years, but you pay, for it, and you don't have to pay for the updates afterwards, apparently. And I think Logic Pro's like that as well. So, but this one, we don't know the price yet. They haven't mentioned anything, but it seems to be. The consensus seems to be, and I saw somebody online saying they talked to Reason Studios and that the update was going to be $200. Now, whether the person that told them knows or not, and whether that person is, who knows, right? We don't know until it's official. But assuming it's $200, which I believe it could, I believe it will be around there. Yeah, are you going to upgrade? It's a tough one because the software itself is $500. So that's almost half of it for the update. And I mean, it's a nice update, but a lot of people are saying that's sort of what the first thing I thought of was it feels almost like a 0.5 update, which I don't know if you know what a 0.5 update is, but a lot of the time you'll have, whatever, it'd be Reason 12.1, 12, and then 0.1, 0.2, and then a lot of the time when they do a 0.5, it'll be a little bit bigger of an update than the other ones. And Reason did that at one point. Sorry about the noise. Reason did that at some point. At first, I started with Reason 2.5, and I remember people saying there were a lot of differences between 2 and 2.5. But I think for some reason I feel like I remember 6.5 being a big one. And so a lot of the time they'll add, a few new devices. It'll be more than just little basic updates. And Ableton did that with 9.5. I think that's the last time they did one that was major, but like 9.5 came out. We felt it was Christmas. And I remember something with Reason, and I'm not sure if they did it more than once. But anyways, some people are saying that it feels like a 0.5 update, and I tend to agree. That's the first thing I thought of. Not because these things aren't fun. It's just that I feel like some of these things are like, for a synth, I love new synths. They're always fun, but there's so many, there's so many of them. So, and this one does do a few interesting things, but, it's still a new synth, right? And a delay, I've got so many of them, and it does things a little bit differently. But again, it's a, what do they say? Quality of life type of thing. So anyways, so that's interesting. Like, these tools here are all right, but like they'll be useful, but like between these, really it's these and then the tagging and browser. And I'm looking forward to the new browser. I understand what a lot of people say the concern is, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that's incorporated, where they don't always want the pop-up browser search box. So hopefully there's a way to incorporate it a little bit more like this on the left, which I do like this way. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's like a $200, like, it's definitely not for me a $200 and I'm running to pay the $200. And that I can't wait to, there's an amount low, whatever it is. If it was $100, it'd be, I'd be using this tomorrow. And 129, I had a feeling they were gonna do, and that one was sort of hesitating, but possibly, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you guys think about the price. Well, I know a little bit because of some of the comments on my older Reason videos. You've mentioned I should go through a few of these comments because yeah, let's do that. I'll just I won't be able to put them on the screen because it's a lot of work to get from there to there. Or could I? Anyways, I'll go through a few of them. So one of them here says, it feels like they're falling behind their competitors. It's sad to see. I've been a Reason user since version 4, or Reason 4. Also, and this part I don't completely understand, but I want to be able to use Soothe 2 which with vocals, sidechain, and delay compensation able to keep up. Oh, okay. So I'm assuming that it means that using Soothe 2 in here is slow, and I don't use it, and it's one of my next plugins to get, I think. So I will find that out, I guess, the hard way soon. But so there's that one. One is, can we please get stem separation with a bunch of exclamation marks? And that's the thing that a lot of people actually, yeah. Hold on, there's another one. It's further down. Yeah, I'm gonna jump to, and another one had. Can I put these on the screen? I wonder. Yeah, no, it's too much work. Yeah, somebody said, I wanted to see stem separation as a show of being current and up to date with what's becoming standard. The new browser, it opens within the rack as shown in Ryan's video, is great, but if it opens up on top of everything, that's bad. It'll block my access to the device controls live. And that's the thing. That's what a lot of people are saying. But the stem separation seems to be the fancy thing lately, and which would be really useful, and especially the way a lot of people use Reason. I actually feel like it would be really useful in there. And I'm hoping they add stuff like that eventually, because it would be useful. Let's see. There's I'm usually pumped for version update. Not this one. Wait a second. I know I can put it over here. Let's see here. There we go. Okay. I think you guys can see it. nothing that they've presented for this update is something that I think I need or want, especially for $199. To raise the price by $69 for a version update from the usual $129 makes it certain that I won't be updating. I might have updated the old price just because. See, that's what that's what I was saying. I didn't remember this. I remember seeing this comment, but that's exactly how I feel. For $199, I can get a whole new software DAW. I have so many instruments and effects from over the years. None of the devices are necessary because I already have that functionality. Still love Reason. I guess I'll see about the next update years from now, and that's the thing. It would have been cool if they made the Reason mixer black, changed the curves and tone over to an SSL 4000E, and that's true. Like, in a way, I don't even really think about the mixer that much in there, but the look hasn't been updated in a while. I don't mind the look of it, but yeah, I could see having an update. And I don't use dark mode on stuff. I could see if you're using dark mode, yeah, it would make it would be nice to be able to have that dark and looking more like some console. Yeah, the more I think about it, it's not a bad idea. Anyways, so somebody here is happy about the custom tags, that it was needed, and it's true. It is. That's really good that they're adding that, and so it seems like mixed. Like, a lot of people are really enjoying it. A lot of people are not that excited about it. And like I said, I think it's happened on every single DAW update I've seen. Whether they charge or not, people are always disappointed that some of the features they wanted aren't in it. And yeah, it's I understand it's tough for the developers too to have to decide which one they work on and whatever. So so 13 coming out tomorrow. Let's see. Yeah, I'm looking at my notes here of what I wanted to look at with this. Like, the tags will be interesting, I think. That'll be good, because even now, if we look, let's do all. Wait, isn't it here? What is going on? Oh, maybe if I get rid of this. Why doesn't it have? I don't know. Okay, there we go. All locations. What does this thing do then? I feel like this should be doing something, but anyways. Yeah, so if we do bass, yeah, it's true this is like sort of limited. Like, we can go instrument patches. We know there are a lot, but we don't know. Yeah, we've got a little bit of an idea, but like, obviously we don't have the feel of the bass, if it's more aggressive or... Yeah, I actually look forward to that. Actually, one of the reasons I look forward to that, and I've mentioned this in videos before, is I have a section here. Where is it? So I haven't used I've been using Reason in Ableton Live for a while, so it always takes me a little bit to get my brain back. See, I have these patches here that I use that I always want to do a live stream, or do more live streams like later at night. If I'm just sitting here working on relaxing music, I'm a night owl, so a lot of the time it's and I don't want to do. I'm a night owl, but it's like I have to stop doing stuff early enough that my brain relaxes so I can get to sleep normally. So if I'm working on house music at 1 a.m, I won't fall asleep till 4 or 5 or later. And I'm trying to get back to, like getting to sleep earlier, but it's not working that well. So anyways, I want to do some live streams sometimes at night where I'm just working on chill music, like relaxing music. And I have this section here. But what I've had to do is like find these patches, and once I find them, I bring them in. I think it'll be really useful to be able to find a whole bunch, whether they'll work or not for what I want to do, that I can find a whole bunch of them and just, it basically curates the patches I want to audition to add into here, or add a tag. I'll be able to add relaxing patches, and I'm thirsty. Hold on. So yeah, that'll be useful. I think it'll be useful. If we go back here, but I don't know why is this box here? I don't know. So so if we do the more I think about it, just looking right now, like I want to look for deep house stuff, and I know it's got some great deep house stuff. It'd be nice to be able to find actually quite a few more than I thought. But it'll be nice to be able to find stuff more easily. Maybe I'll need my headphones for this part. And what is this? Why is it adding a piano for these percussion? Anyways, I'm not even going to worry about this. But here, we'll go back to what's coming up. It'll be interesting to see how useful it'll be. But I think it'll take me probably a little while before I'm ready to spend the money on this thing. But so I guess that's what we have for today. I felt like going through and making a little bit of music. Okay, first of all, I'm going to get rid of these. But I don't know if that'll be for a different day. Well, I don't know. I'm actually curious. I like this Audiomatic. Is this even affecting it? No, that's why. So we're going to disconnect here. And send this into the input. I have to play around with this plugin more because I think it's one of my favorite ones. I find it really interesting that you can take, even though this isn't about Reason 13 at all, but I find it interesting that you could take this sound, if we just bypass it here, like it's just a very normal clap, snare, whatever, and we can change it this much. Ooh, that was loud. Yeah. But anyways, I'm not going to make music today. If I do, I'll do a different stream. But I really wanted to look at this and do some thinking out loud and see what you guys think about this. So let me know what in the comments what you think about the new one. Are you getting this? What are you most excited about? See, there's two things that I'm wondering is what people are most excited about in here, because people are complaining and that's fine, but there are some interesting things in here. Like each of these devices, I found at least one thing that is special and different, and really interesting. So what are you most excited about? What's missing? And yeah, are you getting this thing? And yeah, I look forward to seeing, like, I look forward to hearing tracks made with this polytone and the space delay, just to see what people can do with it. Like, I feel like some of these devices I'll play around with when I get the update, and I'll do a little bit early on, and then I don't think about it as much, or I'll use it here and there. But I always find it interesting when something like this comes out and people are doing like full tracks using almost exclusively the new devices. That'll be interesting to hear some of that stuff. So yeah, anyways, well, thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.